379,000 shillings from 56 million shillings in 2018. On the other hand, imports from Estonia to Kenya is valued at slightly over 1 billion shillings. To bridge the trade deficit, Kenya is seeking to increase agricultural export to Estonia by 5%.
We notice that of the things that you import from other countries, Kenya has capacity to produce that and to sell that to your market.
To further leverage on the new economic partnership, Kenya is seeking on accessing international markets bordering Estonia, such as Russia, by increasing tea and coffee exports among other agricultural produce.
We also note that Estonia is strategically located in Europe, sharing a common border with the Russian Federation, a market that Kenya is also interested in accessing.
On the other hand, the Northern European nation is seeking to invest in Kenya's ICT and energy sectors.
Estonian startups have a lot of resources which they can use to develop in other markets. And I am quite sure that they plan to do so. Because you don't only need capital, but you need big market.
During the Kenya-Estonia Business Forum, Kenya Invest and Enterprise Estonia signed a cooperation agreement on investment promotion and facilitation.
In the global world, because what Estonia truly lacks is workforce. And therefore we consider ourselves a really useful partner for those countries who have growing population numbers, because we want to hire your people.
Benson Rioba reporting for Easy Friday.
Now we cross over now to the housing sector, where the government of Mombasa has defended its 6 billion shillings Buxton housing estate, claiming former residents have been resettled in a humanitarian manner and prioritized the allocation of the 1,800 units set to be completed next year. Governor Ali Hassan Joho dismissed claims that the project is shrouded in secrecy, noting that information about the housing project is public.
I, Hassan Ali Joho, do solemnly swear.
Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho faced the Senate Committee on Roads over the Buxton housing estate, whose construction was stopped by the Senate last month after a section of residents of the county successfully petitioned the Senate, claiming the project is shrouded in secrecy despite being constructed on public land.
Over 70% have already been sold to people who are in abroad, and people who are now who have money who already purchased the units at Buxton, leaving the people who are in Buxton houseless, and also the people who are in informal sector whom you had done the study on, still not having that opportunity to come and have some units here.
This project is modeled in a way that it is 100% affordable. And I find it very unfortunate when someone sticks on giving such a noble project a bad name.
Joho defended the tendering process, dismissing claims of public participation.
But I thought there would be, the pertinent issues around this petition would be the treatment of the tenants, the values, the general value for Mombasa, vis-a-vis the losses that is alleged, because the other details are clear.
In a heated sitting, the governor told the Kimani Wamatangi-led committee that the residents were given ample time to relocate, and a facilitation of 240,000 shillings offered, with a further 60,000 shillings paid by the county as deposit for those who may want to own the housing units.
Governor, Chairman, you will listen to me, Chairman. Chairman, you'll have to listen to me.
Order, Governor, order, Governor, order. Let there be an agitation that all the rights of the people who are there are upheld and everybody becomes an equal beneficiary.
Mombasa County officials saying despite there being a December 31st deadline for those wishing to own the house to pay at least 10% of total price of the houses, which range between 1.2 and 3.2 million shillings, the county is in talk with financial institutions to fund the deposit for those who are unable to raise the cash. For Easy Friday, I'm Gladys Mungai.
Long-serving KTDA Holdings Chief Executive Officer Samuel Lioranka Tiampati, who has been on compulsory leave, has decided to exit the company. A statement from the firm says Tiampati applied for an early exit before the expiry of his contract, and this was approved by the board. It is the end of an era for the longest-serving Chief Executive Officer of Kenya Tea Development Agency, Samuel Lerionka Tiampati, following his resignation. In June, Tiampati was sent on compulsory leave alongside 5 other top officials by the agency's new board appointed by the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya. KTDA then appointed Wilson Mudhaura to replace Tiampati in an acting capacity. Tiampati was sent on a 3-month leave alongside Company Secretary John Omanga, Managing Director Alfred Njagi, Finance and Strategy Director Benson Ngare, and General Manager ICT David Mbogwa. This was to allow investigations into malpractices, possible abuse of office, mismanagement, and poor corporate governance practices. Tiampati's exit comes 5 months after long-serving KTDA chairman Peter Kanyago was voted out during fresh elections called by Munya for farmers to elect leaders of the tea factories affiliated to KTDA. This was ratified with the agency's board replacing him with David Monene Ichocho, who is the new KTDA chairman. Last year, President Uhuru Kenyatta called for a restructuring of KTDA to ensure farmers get the desired pay for the produce. Tiampati joined KTDA as the managing director in 2004 from Ketepa, where he served as the CEO of the KTDA subsidiary company. Now, financial inclusion in Kenya has increased to 82%, up from 26.7% in 2006, mainly driven by mobile money and investments in digital assets. You can find this story and others on our website, www.kbc.co.ke. And that is how we wrap up business news for tonight. My name is Carol Jenger. Have a good night. See you next week.
This week on Tech on Tech.
In today's program, we are looking into community networks.
So community networks are internet networks that are started by the communities for the communities.
We bring you the best in matters technology. Always block and report any users who harass or bully you or others online. And that has been Tech News. I've been impressed that iOS is finally opening up to the Android community. This Sunday and every other Sunday at 4:20 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
I said let's get to work.
Hey, at little girl, it's a gift for you. You know, respect goes both ways.
If the aim was to let the teacher go quietly, how come there are so many stories about his departure? How come? Something is amiss, eh? Something is amiss.
I can confidently say I have learned nothing, and I am confident it is going to get worse before it gets better.
How about who are you? I am Mr. Fridge. What sort of a stupid name is that? What did you do to piss off your parents like that?
Classmates, every Saturday on KBC.
Oh, good evening. My name is Richard Munga with the latest in sports. Now, the national men's volleyball team was awarded a walkover in their third Group D fixture after their opponents, Tanzania, failed to show up at the ongoing Men's Volleyball Africa Cup of Nations in Kigali, Rwanda.
Kenya landed their second win of the tournament through a walkover after their opponents, Tanzania, were forced to forfeit the match due to non-payment of participation fee. Kenya was awarded 3 straight wins of 25-0.
The Gideon Tarus Chargers began their campaign with a 3-2 win over Egypt before falling 3-1 to Morocco and stood a mathematical chance of progressing to the quarter-finals. Should Morocco beat Egypt 3-0 or 3-1, the Kenyan team will comfortably advance to the quarters. Daniel Mwendwa for Easy Friday Sports.
And of course, in a statement released later today, the Confederation of Africa Volleyball mentioned that Tanzania have been knocked out of the tournament. That is after failing to comply with their financial obligations. Now, also Olympic champion Faith Kipyegon is the 2021 Diamond League 1500 meters champion. The double Olympic champion defeated perennial rival Dutch Sifan Hassan in the final 100 meters stretch to emerge top with a time of 3 minutes 58.33 seconds. Sifan clocked 3 minutes 58.55 seconds to finish second in yet another heated race that brought fans at the stadium in Zurich up on their feet. In other races, Olympic champion Kenya's Emmanuel Korir captured the men's 800 meters Diamond League trophy that he last won 3 years ago after clocking a minute 44.56 seconds to emerge top. The 26-year-old athlete, who is the 6th fastest 800 meters runner of all time, stormed to the front to take an impressive gold ahead of teammate Ferguson Rotich, who came in second after clocking a minute 44.96 seconds, as Murphy of the United States came third with a time of 1 minute 45.21 seconds. The two-day Zurich Diamond League was the last stop on the 11-leg calendar, where the season's champions were, of course, awarded. Well, of course, in the Diamond League, for those who finish top after the season, those who finish first and earn the Diamond Trophy get to win $30,000. And on top of that, of course, they get a wild card to the next World Athletics Championship. Now, to other matters, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi hosted VIHIGA Queens after the team emerged victorious in the recently concluded CAF Sekafa Women's Champions League qualifiers finals that was played at the Kasarani Stadium. VIHIGA beat Ethiopia's CBA in the final to clinch the sole zone slot at the inaugural CAF Women's Champions League that is slated for later this year in Egypt. VIHIGA also took home $30,000 in winners' prize money, while CBE walked away with $20,000. A total of 8 teams drawn from host Kenya, Djibouti, Uganda, Tanzania and Ethiopia took part in the Sekafa tournament.
Players wote na officials wetu. So mi ningependa kuambia tukienda Egypt hatuendi tu kuparticipate, tunaenda kucompete na tutaleta hiyo kikombe hapa.
Tuanze kujiingiza kwa groups so that you are empowered through those groups and you start your own work. As we excel in the field, we are excelling somewhere else. There's some money in the pocket.
Well, internationally, Lionel Messi has overtaken Pele as the leading South American men's goal scorer in international matches after he netted a hat-trick in Argentina's World Cup qualifier win against Bolivia.
Messi, pass one, Lionel Messi!
Scoring all the goals in the 3-0 win brought Messi's total for Argentina to 79 in 153 games. Brazil legend Pele finished his career on 77 international goals in 92 games. Messi's 14th minute from outside the box put him level with Pele, and he broke the record in the second half. After the match, Argentina captain Messi and his teammates celebrated with the Copa America trophy in front of 20,000 fans at the Monumental Stadium. He led the side to that title, his first major trophy in international football in July, beating Brazil in the final. Daniel Mwendwa for Easy Friday Sports.
So the international break, of course, came to a close yesterday, meaning that major leagues across Europe come back tomorrow. The EPL, La Liga, Serie A, and of course we have Ligue 1. And in the EPL, a couple of matches, with the big one being Manchester City versus Leicester. But also look out for Aston Villa playing against Chelsea. You have Manchester United playing against Newcastle. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo expected to start, but they're going to see that, so watch out for that. And of course, 19th placed Norwich City taking on 20th placed Arsenal. Of course, for the update, stay tuned to KBC subsequent bulletins. I'm Richard Munga. Do have a good night, but don't go too far as the Friday continues with Shiksha and, of course, John Kago. Welcome back, John.
All right, and with that, it's time for us, of course, to move on to the next segment. But before we get there, John, lots of messages coming in, especially welcoming you, which, you know, it's nice to have you back. And Dennis says, welcome back, Bishop. Love your voice. What's the whole deal with Bishop?
Well, the Bishop, it's a long story. Well, not really long, but as I mentioned to you, this was home for about 10 years.
Okay.
So thereabout, and I used to do a show on Metro FM. Now, Metro FM was a 24-hour reggae station. So I'll do a show called The Inspirational Show. Whereby I play gospel, reggae, speak inspirational stuff. So hence the Bishop. And many thanks indeed for the great feedback that's been coming on today.
Okay, so Bishop, I think it's time that I make my way to the other side of the studio.
Yeah, Kate Actress is in the building. Yeah?
She is. Talk to us. Tell us if you have any questions for her. You know, whatever you want to know about the beautiful Kate Actress, let us know on #EasyFriday. Send us those messages on Twitter at Shiksha Arora, at KBC Channel 1, and she will be with us in the next few minutes.
Yeah, she mentioned to me that the last time she was here was about 20 years ago.
Really?
20 years ago.
10. She's saying 10.
10. I had 20.
Okay. I mean, she's not that old, so 10. 10 sounds about right.
Many thanks indeed. We will see you next week, so you still have the spotlight to do, right?
Yes, spotlight coming up next. I'll be back in a short while.